jersey, it's the first half, and we done dropped 30. We just up to scoring them, boy, man. I told my boys, it ain't no limit.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Eagles and the Lions, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we have arrived at the start of another NFL season, the most exciting. Both of these storied teams we're about to see trying to take a step forward this year. Philadelphia, a lot of optimism there that they can get in the postseason and make some noise. Detroit, of course, we know the story of their franchise. They're just trying to get out of that NFC North basement.
But one thing I know about you, partner, you're extremely empathetic, and you do feel for those Lions fans because they have not had a postseason win to celebrate since 1991. They are excited about the direction the franchise is headed, though. They thought they had a good draft, they loved their front office, and they really liked their head coach. As for Philadelphia, they made some moves during the draft and in free agency that put them squarely in a position to compete.
The kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the seventh-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his second season as a Lion.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had...
They'll start on the ground with Swift. Now, somehow he was able to sidestep that first tackler, but still hit and taken down behind the line.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. A first carry now. This is Williams. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Tackle made by Kaiser White. You know he can fly to the ball, and he showed it there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now it's gone. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. This is taken at the 18. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Now, for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his 3rd season, Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts got the green light as a starter from the Philly organization and took really good steps as the next in line of mobile quarterbacks in the city, following names like Michael Vick, Donovan McNabb, and Randall Cunningham. He led the team in all quarterbacks in the NFL in rushing, and he took Philadelphia to the postseason while throwing for over 3,000 yards.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's Aaron Siposs out now to punt on 4th down. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Lead as he led him a bit too much. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Goff. And that will be incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Boy, fingers crossed here. 1st quarter of a new season, already an injury. While they attend to him, we'll step aside. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Goff now looks to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. He's got it to the 43 here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Hurts. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
First down pickup there by new Eagle Zach Pascal, who started for 3 years in Indianapolis and broke 600 yards in 2 of them.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Penny, a first down carry. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. On 2nd and 9, Hurts. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Aiden Hutchinson, that is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I love his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. He moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Hurts. It's caught. Smith. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Once more, Penny. And this time he'll lose yardage as the defense not giving him any room to operate. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Goff. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
To win any And that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Goff. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. On 2nd down, Swift. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Goff now looking to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 4th down, Goff departs, and Austin Seibert is out there for the Lions field goal now. From the left hash, this from 39. Seibert's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now they'll run it again with Penny. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line.
Here's Hurts to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he's hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Here's Aaron Sipas now. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Goff now to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. On the handoff, this is Swift. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 50 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Williams. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Here's a handoff to Swift. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Here's Goff. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Goff. And it's complete to Mitchell. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell. Back to the running game with Swift. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. It's Williams on the catch. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt, and this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
From just shy of midfield, Hurts. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
The handoff, running left is Penny. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next gen. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. 30. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission.
After the interception, here's Goff.
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to gallop the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start in the NFC, a division matchup pitting New Orleans against Atlanta. And that one finds the Falcons out in front. Bryan Edwards, a touchdown reception. From there, we move to H-Town to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Matt Ryan has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And that one all even as they play the visiting Cleveland Browns. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And they didn't get a whole lot done in the rushing department in those first 2 quarters. They probably feel pretty lucky to be tied here at halftime. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they had a little bit more success on the ground than their opponents did. And that just set them up well for the second half to come.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so
Hurts fumbles it.
And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on a fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. So many times tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now back to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of the play that looked like it was in trouble.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. .45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Another shot now for this Lions offense. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Goff on first down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. Now it's Swift. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Once again, it's Swift. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Gone. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before. For 21 yards and a first down. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now a first down throw. Goff. Dancing to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. To throw is Goff. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing is Hurts. And this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then curls back inside for the completion.
Penny up the middle.
Down inside the 40.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A toss running left. This is Penny. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
First down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Rolling to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble is 6, but now it's 4.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Dallas Goedert from 8 yards out.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
Taking it about the 1.
Williams to return.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Time for another look at this Lions offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Goff now looks to throw. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space.
Eight yards to go on second down.
Out of the gun, Goff. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
That's his second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Here comes the Lions punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Got him in. It's Brown.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. On 2nd and inches, Hurts.
Oh, good move.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. Hurts, complete. Smith has it. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
His afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. Hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Now it's Penny running right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
This offense so far on third down, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're up against it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 15. They were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Now Goff on first down. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On first down, Goff. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set them back on second.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one the product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, here's Goff. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. 3rd and long, it's Goff. Buying time, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. A 40-yard punt, no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the gun, a give to Penny. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Pascal. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Romeo Okwara in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Right back to Swift again on second down.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
71 yards on the ground here for Swift, and he's got a first down as well.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On first down, it's gone.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. How do you get much more balance than this? Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Gone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Goff.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Seibert able to knock this one through, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9.
Hurts.
It's caught on the right side at Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7,
Hurts. And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Romeo Okwara in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Throwing is Hurts.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And Detroit getting set to go now. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On the draw, Goff will give this to Swift. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Goff. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Goff, a handoff here to Swift.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Now Goff. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
The city always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opening. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Detroit, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal.
And they'll get to stay home again next week as Washington comes to town.
Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.